What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to SteveBussaGS. Woo! Got a scorecard reaction for y'all, and you already know what it is. Let's get it. Alright, man, so this is fun for me. Peerless is actually somebody that I've come to fuck with because none of his music ends up sounding alike. Especially with the stuff that we end up reacting to on this channel. He's like a good palate cleanse for when you get like a lot of the same sounding stuff over and over and over again. So I'm half excited to jump into this. I am half very, very worried about it. So when someone sends you a link and they're like, hey, I want you to react to this, right? Normally you look at it and you're like, alright, cool. It doesn't normally say that it's a Linkin Park remix. Now, I'm 33 years old. I came up on Linkin Park. When I see somebody going to remix it, my stomach gets into a knot. I'm not excited about that. It's going to be very tough to pull this off. Now, because of his range, I'm confident. I'm going into it. I was like, you know what? I'll do it. I didn't even have quality listen to this. I trust that this man knows what he's doing. We're going to hop into it. We're going to see what it's hitting for. Pass or fail. You know what I'm saying? We'll break it down. We'll say what we like, what we don't like, and go from there. But do me a favor. Run the gauntlet. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Little bell notification guy. I'm about to get into it, man. Also, it's featuring Nardo and Kylee Brielle. If I'm mispronouncing any of that, I apologize. Just correct me down in the comments below. No disrespect intended. Tommy Prophet remix. There's a lot of people. See, this is giving me a little bit more sense of comfort with this, right? Because there's a lot of people involved in it. I feel like if it wasn't good, like somebody would have pulled the plug on it. You know what I'm saying? If you got that many people involved, someone would have been like, maybe we don't do this. Let's go, man. I'm excited. Peerless in the end. Let's go. Alright, so if you guys watch AMVs, before we get into this, I gotta shout out to whoever did the video for this. So I watch AMVs, which is basically where we'll take a song and they'll usually put like anime fight scenes to it and shit like that, where every time you hear like the bass hit or a high, like whatever it is that they decide to do it with, you'll see that the video is like on beat. You know what I'm saying? You'll see like the video shift and stuff like that on beat. That's happening already on this, and as somebody who's like a fan of AMVs, just huge shout out for that, because it's different than what you normally see in hip-hop music videos and shit like that. But like if you're an anime nerd like I am, it's super dope to just see that transition into the music world. The first thing that stood out right when we did this. Bring it back. Let's go again. Let's go again. Let's go again. Dope.
It starts with one.
Little gender bent Chester. Okay, all right.
All I know.
Okay.
As the years go by and time fades away, the life I want now gets closer in every way. Around the corner yet miles away, I gotta remind myself that today is a good day. I've been basing my life upon what others think. I wish I could go back and redo everything. Now times have changed, I realize nothing's fair. Sometimes it seems like nobody even cares, but this is what I gotta spare.
Streets took me, I came back, bought me some cane back, and made $250,000 on the same pack. Remember me?
Alright, hold on. There's a lot to take in right now. Hold on. Let's go. First of all, how do y'all feel about having the female lead on the vocals covering Chester's part? Like that. Let me know what you guys are feeling like that so far. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. There's a certain pitch correction that goes on the Chester's voice that gives it the, I don't want to say robotic, but there's a certain rasp to it that he has that just obviously isn't there at hers. Her voice is very, very smooth. That contrast, I do think, kind of adds to the reimagining of the idea of going through Indiana, instead of, like, I'm sure you can go and download some type of sample pack, you know what I'm saying, for Linkin Park at this point in time, where you could get the voice to match closer if you wanted to, especially with the stuff I've seen them do in production. I don't hate it. I don't hate this smooth voice. I think it adds to the idea that this isn't a cover, that it's a reimagining or it's a inspired by type thing, you know what I'm saying? Rhyme scheme wise, the syllable matchup so far have been very, very simplistic. We're looking at single syllable rhyme schemes on the end. Not something I'm super a fan of, but again, if you reimagine, like, Linkin Park wasn't necessarily the most technical hip hop, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to bar for bar, lyric for lyric with that. I don't hate it. This transition though, going from Peerless into what I assume is Nardo, that was smooth. And also I like the context. Like, yo, I used to give a fuck. I used to, like, live my life based on what other people expected. I wish I could go back. Like, the content is there. I like that. Let's pull it back. Let's pull it back. I want to do this one more time. Make sure we get all in what's going on.
All I know.
As the years go by and time fades away, the life I want now gets closer in every way. Around the corner yet miles away, I gotta remind myself that today is a good day. I've been basing my life upon what others think. I wish I could go back and redo everything. Now times have changed, I realize nothing's fair. Sometimes it seems like nobody even cares, but this is what I gotta spare.
Streets took me, I came back, bought me some cane back, and made $250,000 on the same pack. Remember me? The black kid with the big head. I never took shit, but took shit with a big bread. I'm on with it. I came from poverty, dickhead, and I ain't never asked no apologies. This dread is awesome. It's sad we flossed him. Too fast we lost him. Take ops and cross him. Look out, we bossing, huh?
He's nice. He's nice. I like him a lot. So the contrast that we have here when we're talking about from a hip hop technicality aspect, Peerless is, like, more assuming the role of, like, I guess, like, Chester's voice, you know, but obviously she is, but like the regular kind of, like, sing-songy portion of it. Sing-songy is not what I mean to say. But then he's coming in with, like, Nardo comes in and is giving the more from a technical aspect. You have the intersecting rhyme schemes and shit like that, like the multis at the end. Like, this is more like the traditional, like, what was it, Mike Shinso? I'm probably saying his name wrong. The guy who raps in Linkin Park and shit like that. It feels like he's assuming that role in the comparison for me. And it sounds good though. He's dope. His delivery right now, his delivery is a little bit like little bit more on the hard side. This is like the shit that we normally look for on the channel. You know what I'm saying? He's got that kind of like end to all of his shit.
But took shit with a big bread. I'm on one. I came from poverty, dickhead, and I ain't never asked no apologies. This dread is awesome. It's sad we flossed him. Too fast we lost him. Take ops and cross him. Look out, we bossing, huh? Now whenever we out, they applauding, huh?
Her ad-libs in the background are very, very dope now. I think I like it. I like her, like, the way that they've integrated that into not necessarily like the vocal track, but it almost seems like it's part of the beat now instead. Like, I don't know, it's adding the contrast between his voice and her voice right now. I don't know, it's going really, really well. And I don't normally like it when you have when you have a separate vocal track or a sample that's going throughout the entirety of the song. A lot of times that doesn't sit well, but I think because it's not overpowering it, that it's just kind of it's just adding to the beat.
I came from poverty, dickhead, and I ain't never asked no apologies. This dread is awesome. It's sad we flossed him. Too fast we lost him. Take ops and cross him. Look out, we bossing, huh? Now whenever we out, they applauding, huh? And whenever we see thoughts, we on them, huh? Ain't got nothing to beef about, we ballin', huh? Got a ripping the seats out the foreign. Just left the tour, the feds kicked the door, and no loss, I'm scoring. So fly, I'm soaring, huh? Can't pronounce the shit that we pouring, huh? Can't pronounce the shit that we
Lost in
pouring.
cold, never.
Alright, so here's my only complaint so far, is it's not a cohesive track. What Peerless came in as far as the lyrical content goes doesn't really match up with anything that Nardo was doing. Nardo kind of gave us like a more traditional hip-hop type thing, but the theme wasn't there. Like, it's not cohesive as far as the content goes, which, if there's anything about Linkin Park music, is obviously the theme is cohesive from beginning to end. It's not like people are on different tracks. He came in and dropped a dope verse. Like, I don't even have anything bad to say about the verse. I like his flow, I like his voice, I like his delivery, and the bars were dope. Like, I don't got nothing bad to say about it, other than I don't know that it fits what so far, like what the beginning and the first verse, the bridge and the first verse here are presenting that the song was about to be about. You know what I'm saying? Now, maybe it's what's going to happen now as Peerless comes in and he kind of follows up on Nardo's type theme, whereas we get more of a traditional, harder kind of like rap from him. In which case, Peerless's first verse, or whatever you want to call it, like his first verse coming into it kind of feels out of place then, you know what I'm saying? So there's going to be some type of a disconnect here. Let's see, and we'll leave it for the end.
Can't pronounce the shit that we pouring, Can't pronounce the shit that we pouring.
Lost and cold, never sane, withered like a stone. Broken bones, man, this feeling's getting old. If you could see what is haunting my dreams and every word that I speak, can you even understand what it means? Tear away my outside and you'll see the stains that cover me are real deep. But the people I trust I keep close to me. It ain't really what it seems, and breaking at the seams. All I hear is inner demons, listen to them scream.
Okay. Hold on, I want to hear this transition again. I want to hear it. This is risky. You guys are in risky territory right now.
That cover me are real deep, but the people I trust I keep close to me. It ain't really what it seems, and breaking at the seams. All I hear is inner demons, listen to them scream.
Smooth. I like it. I like it. I like it.
In the end, it doesn't even matter. I've had to fall to lose it all. In the end, it doesn't even matter. I tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. In the end, it doesn't even matter. I tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. In the end,
Okay. Look, I didn't even want to pause while they were doing everything to go and give any type of feedback while it's happening. I kind of wanted to just sit back and take it all in. Let's finish the song. We only got 10 seconds left. Hold on. Let's finish the song first, and then I'll break down my thoughts. Let the fade out come in. Very nice. All right. Everyone kind of like did their own thing here. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. I thought I might have been mad at it. Let's break down that end sequence. Number one, the transition was smooth. I had to bring it back, so I think I might have been a little bit distracted, or I just didn't know it was coming, or I was talking or thinking of something in my head. I had to bring it back. On the second bring back, painful tension, it was a smooth transition into the end. That end sequence, the build up, the production to build up, and how it's under most circumstances, when you throw that much shit against the wall, something's going to stand out. Something's not going to feel cohesive. Something's going to feel like there's too much going on. I didn't get that at all. It sounded good. If anything, I think Kylee was like this star in that last sequence. Like her voice in the background with Peerless and the two of them going together, like it doesn't surprise me that it takes multiple people to replace Chester. Chester is amazing. Rest in power to my guy, everything like that. But the two of them, I think, did a really, really good job for the skill set that they have and the skill set that they're trying to match with doing that. I think they did a really good job. And the loudness, the busyness, right, that I said that normally you wouldn't want to do, I think it added to that, right? I think it helped close the gap between them and the original. Instead of over encumbering and making something that didn't sound good, because the soundscape of it sounded dope, right? Especially if you have like kids nowadays who may or may not have ever even listened to Linkin Park, you know what I'm saying? Depending on who your target audience is with this, like if that's their first time ever hearing that, they might just be blown away with that, not even realizing, you know what I'm saying? Like that, it sounded good. It did. It sounded good. As far as like the vocals go, I definitely think that end sequence, she kind of like went off the rails. She killed it on the end, more so than she did throughout the entirety of it. I think in the beginning when she first came on, it's kind of like a little jarring, like, you know what I mean? Like, how do I feel about this? How do I feel about the smoothness instead of the rasp and shit like that? Then as the ad lib, it got a little bit better, but that end sequence, absolutely amazing. I think she killed that. Peerless, as far as the content goes, I think Peerless definitely just destroyed this from a content perspective. But then the actual rapping ability, I think Nardo was the best. The content just didn't match the song whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really felt like Nardo, who was technically the better rapper, you know what I mean? Just that verse, you could put that verse on a different hip hop track and you wouldn't even notice that this was from, you know, this type of a concept. You know what I'm saying? It didn't add into that same kind of personal emo almost kind of vibe that Peerless came with. He definitely taps into more of the emotional, you know, like almost, I don't want to say mental health aspect of it, but it kind of gives you that kind of vibes, you know what I'm saying? Like the introspective type shit. Whereas like Nardo was just hard. Now, you can do one or two things. You could be like, hey, I like the variety, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to have an entirely like emotionally pulled, you know, heartstring type shit. But for me, I prefer the cohesiveness of it. Everyone did their thing though. I think very, very good. Let's go to the scorecard. Let's bring it down. Let's see how we really felt about it. Let's see how it adds up. But all in all, I'm glad that I didn't have to unfriend him for ruining the Linkin Park song. I'm a fan of Peerless, and I'm new to both the others. I may have actually heard each of them once before, now that I'm thinking about it. But if you guys are new here, in order for me to become a fan, you got to catch at least 3 on the channel. They all get at least 1 for this one. I like it. Target audience, I'm probably specifically the target audience for this because of my age range and the fact that I came up listening to Linkin Park and shit like that. Proper setting for this. It would have to be the O2 Go playlist, right? It's definitely playlist shit. You put your O2 Go because like it's not super vibey. I don't know. It's hard to call. It's kind of like in that. Almost in like that alternative aspect, you know, between like vibes and go hard shit. Bars or lyrics? I give it a solid 20 out of 25. Delivery? I'm thinking like 23 out of 25. Honestly. Nardo's fucking rhyme schemes, super fucking dope. His delivery was super fucking dope. I liked her towards the end too, that end sequence between her and Peerless. Both of them kind of understood the assignment and the production side of things, really brought it all together. It's like a 23 out of 25. The only thing that I would really like to see is Peerless work on his actual technicality and rhyme scheme setups in the same kind of manner that Nardo delivered, instead of sticking to like the single syllable end scheme, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like you don't have to sacrifice content for technicality. It just takes a little bit longer to work out to both of them, and that kind of feels like he was like, I don't want to lose any content, so I'm going to stick to a more simplistic rhyme scheme, where I think like that would be the opportunity for improvement there. The beat selection, obviously 15 out of 15. I think the tweaks that they did, especially the little bit of the techno aspect at the beginning and her ad-libs coming through it, I think that was dope. Sound quality or mixing, I think it helped them a lot, 15 out of 15. Effectiveness, does this make you want to listen to more? If they came out with another cover or something like, or another remix like this, I would definitely listen to it again. I'll give it a solid 8. Give it a solid 8 out of 10. And then enjoyability, I give it a 10 out of 10. I definitely enjoyed it. I give it a 10 out of 10 for enjoyability. 91 out of 100 for a remix like this. I ain't mad at them. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know down in the comments down below. As always, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Let's go.